Okay, time for a new video. This time I'm going to cover the basic programming of a Boeing style, or in this case a PMDG modelled FMC flight management computer. It's going to be a very scary piece of equipment to use if you don't know how, and it's your first time using it, but believe me, once you know it, it's very simple. Okay, I'm going to do a fictional flight here. I'm not going to actually fly it. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes from Heathrow Airport, London to Shannon, Ireland. It's a simple routing, just to demonstrate the basic way it works. Okay, you bring up the FMC by pressing the F button, which is there, and that'll bring up this box here, which is the FMC. Whoops. Basically, what you do is you press FMC. Next thing you get this page here called ident. Now you need to make sure that your AIRAC cycle is up to date. This is August 2008. I'm on the 0808 cycle. That is correct. Yeah, if you do not have the latest one, you're not going to have the latest procedures for some airports, or you'll be missing SIDS and stars and crap. So you need to get that. The payware cycle, unfortunately, is available from navigraph.com. Okay, once you have this, anyway, you go into the position initialization page and you need to put in your reference airport, and if you want to put in your gate, that is not mandatory. Now, quick tip, press here for keyboard entry. It saves you a lot of time not having to click on these to input data. So I'm at EGLL. Now it knows where I am. So basically what I do now is I go on to the next page. As you can see, it's held EGLL here in the scratch pad for me because I'm going to be putting that in my origin. EGLL appears in the EFIS display, and I'm going to Shannon. Simple stuff. So there you go, origin, destination. Now all the other information here is optional. Whoops. The only thing that you need really is runway. Now I better make sure my APU is started, or else I'll lose all electrical power. Okay. The runway you can select in the depart arrive page, so it's not mandatory to put it in here. Company route, if you've saved routes in the FMC, that's an advanced function. Flight number, I don't know, I'll just pick a random flight number like Thompson 321. Okay, put that in there. It's totally optional, it's not mandatory. Usually what I do at this stage is I go into the depart arrive page, right? This is where you select your SIDS and stars. If you've been flying default FS aircraft, and you know, ATC give you a SID and a star and you don't have to fly it, well, basically you need an FMC, so here you are. You press depart, here you go, you've got a whole load of scary looking things. I'm going to depart off runway 27 right, so you pick your runway, and here it's already filtered down the SIDS for you. Now my route today is Compton Uniform Lima 9 to Shannon, okay? So basically that's probably one of the simplest routes you could have. So basically my SID has to be the same as my first waypoint in my flight plan, which is Compton, so it's going to be a Compton 3 Foxtrot departure. I've selected that. You have to activate it by clicking here and you press execute. Okay, this is my active route again. You press next page and here we go, Compton 3 Foxtrot departure to Compton. Now the rest of my route is Uniform Lima 9. You put the airway in the left hand side underneath this bit here, and you put the terminating connecting waypoint on the right hand side. So Uniform Lima 9 to Shannon. You press execute, there we go, that's the route put in, couldn't be simpler. I can at this stage, if I wish, pick my arrival into Shannon, say I'm going to land on runway 24. I could pick a tipper 1 Delta arrival for Shannon. That matches up with my route. Okay, you don't have to do that because usually ATC will tell you if you're going to be flying one. If not, you just fly your flight plan route. Next thing, you come to this thing called performance initialization. Now this looks scary because a lot of the boxes are, you know, scary looking. They're not, believe me. What you do is for gross weight and zero fuel weight, you double click on gross weight and here you go, it fills itself in automatically. That's the gross weight of my aircraft and weight without fuel. Usually I carry 1 ton of reserves for most flights I do, and I use a cost index of 300. Now the cost index is to do with the VNAV logic of the airplane, amongst other things. It's a lot to do with speed and climb power. Crew trip alt, it's giving me flight level 389, but I'm not going to fly that because, to be honest, that's a very unpractical altitude to go up to, because the time you might be at that altitude I'd be descending. So I'm going to go at level 320 for the flight. The transition altitude is 6,000. Press execute, there we go. N1 limit, if you wish you can limit your engines to derate them, so in real life it's extends engine life. In FS engines are free, you can do what you want, I always leave them there. Take off 5 degrees of flap, turn off keyboard entry now. Click there, that's my V1, V-rotate, V2. There we go, that's your pre-flight of the FMC. Just to explain one or two other things. It might happen in your flight that VATSIM ATC will tell you to go direct to a waypoint. Okay, I've been told now to go direct to Selene. What you do is you go into your legs page. You brought up all the waypoints on the airways. Now, what you do is you click next to the one you want. In this case, it's Selene. You have to go back to page 1 by using previous page, and you place it at the top. You press execute, and here we go. If I take off from here, I'll be returning left there, direct to Selene. Other functions is the hold function. If you're told to hold a Shannon, you have to press hold, SHA, and in there to that box, and you can put in the leg time, the altitude, the best speed it's going to give, and so on. Also worth noting is the progress page. It tells you your time estimated for each waypoint, the distance to go, the fuel you have at each waypoint, the top of climb, the wind at the current position. If you're asked for an estimate for a waypoint that's not on here, it's not going to be on this page, because this page just displays wind. You press your legs page and you press RT data, and that gives you estimates for all your waypoints. Finally, VNAV, quite a complicated function. No doubt. It's on the autopilot here. What it does is it climbs and descends your aircraft for you at the best speed, or one prescribed in the FMC. Now, you don't have to use it. What you can do is, I tend to do it, is see the level change function. This will climb the aircraft, give it the best rate for the speed you put in. Below flight level 100, 250 knots, level changes. Above flight level 100, 315 knots. That's the same as VNAV, exact same. The only thing is VNAV will always adhere to altitude restrictions on SIDS and stuff, which is complicated. I'll explain it in another video. Anyway, any questions you have for me, let me know. Comments, as always, appreciated. By the way, thanks for everyone who subscribed since my last video. It's much appreciated. Anyway, enjoy.